Whether you're getting a quick quote for car insurance, filing a claim, or even buying a life insurance policy, there's something new working behind the scenes. It's artificial intelligence, and it's quietly remaking the entire insurance industry. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what that means for all of us. Let's get into it.
And look, this isn't some science fiction far off future. It's happening right now, today. As this quote makes crystal clear, a lot of the key decisions are already being handed off to AI. The tricky part? Many of these systems are basically black boxes, using their own secret data and formulas to make calls that affect millions of people, a lot of the time without us even realizing it.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the tech itself. What is it, and how is it completely shaking up the insurance business? Then we'll dive into the really tough stuff, hidden biases, and the huge question of who's responsible when things go wrong. And finally, we'll look at how experts are trying to build a safer path forward. All right, first things first, let's get a handle on the technology. For years, AI in insurance was kind of like looking in the rearview mirror. It just analyzed what already happened. But now, a totally new kind of AI is on the scene. This one doesn't just analyze, it creates. And that changes the whole game.
So, let's break this down. On one hand, you've got your traditional AI. It's been around for a while, analyzing data based on rules people give it. But on the other hand, you have the real disruptor, generative AI, or GenAI for short. It doesn't just follow rules. It learns patterns to create brand new things, and it understands context. It's just so much more powerful.
And why is the industry so hyped up about this? Well, just take a look at these numbers from a big EY survey. An absolutely staggering 82% of insurers are expecting huge productivity boosts. Almost 2/3 think their revenue will jump by more than 10%. I mean, we're talking about massive financial incentives pushing this forward at lightning speed. Okay, so with that much potential on the table, let's see where the rubber meets the road. How is AI actually being woven into the fabric of an insurance company? Let's start right at the beginning, how they actually connect with customers. The very first point of contact for most of us is marketing and sales. And in that world, getting personal is everything. So instead of getting a generic ad, Gen A can sift through mountains of data to build marketing campaigns that feel like they were made just for you. Think about those AI-powered chatbots that give you smart, personalized answers any time of day. Or sales strategies that are fine-tuned because the AI has a much deeper understanding of what different people actually want and need. From there, we move into the absolute heart of the insurance business, underwriting. This is the whole process of figuring out how risky someone or something is and what the price should be. Now, this is where AI really flexes its muscles. It can automate risk assessment by looking at way more data than a team of humans ever could. It can build pricing models that change on the fly, and it can even take super long, complex reports and spit out a quick summary for a human underwriter. This helps them make faster and hopefully better decisions. And finally, we get to the moment of truth for anyone with an insurance policy, filing a claim. It's usually pretty stressful, right? Well, AI is being used to try and smooth out that entire process. Just imagine it. AI can handle the first step of your claim, check the details, and send it to the right department, all in a matter of seconds. It can also spot weird patterns that might point to fraud. And get this, virtual adjusters powered by AI can give you updates in real time. The whole point is to make things faster and a little less stressful. So, faster, smarter, more personal insurance. It all sounds pretty great, doesn't it? But here's the turn. This incredible technological leap comes with some really profound risks. I mean, what happens when the very algorithms making these life-changing decisions are actually flawed? And that leads us to the biggest problem of all, the danger of hidden bias. This is where a system that's supposed to be making a fair assessment of risk can accidentally slide into unfair and illegal discrimination. Okay, this part is super important to understand. In the world of insurance, the word bias isn't automatically a bad thing. The entire business is literally built on what's called risk-based differentiation. It's just the basic idea of charging different people different prices based on how much risk they represent. It's the foundation of everything. So let's get really clear on the difference. On one side, you have fair discrimination. Charging a smoker more for life insurance? That makes perfect sense. There's a direct link to risk. But on the other side is unfair discrimination. This is when decisions are based on protected things like your race or gender. And here's the really sneaky part with AI. This often happens by accident.
through what's called proxy data, like using your zip code, which might accidentally correlate with a protected group. And all of this leads to an incredibly thorny legal and ethical nightmare. When one of these black box AIs makes a discriminatory decision or just a really expensive mistake, who's actually to blame? Who is held responsible? This quote just hits the nail on the head. At the end of the day, the insurance company is responsible for the policies they sell. But here's the catch. They might not have built the AI. They might not have a clue about its technical guts or how it really works, and that creates this massive gap between who's responsible and who actually has the knowledge. So, faced with all these huge challenges, how in the world do we move forward? Well, the good news is that regulators and industry leaders aren't just sitting back. They are actively trying to build a new framework to make this all safer and more accountable.
And they need to, urgently. And it's not just critics on the outside saying this. Look here. Insurers themselves say the number one thing holding them back is that the regulations are too confusing. They're also worried about data privacy and whether these systems are even reliable. They want clear rules of the road.
So, a solution is beginning to take shape, and it's built around 5 key principles from the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. They're calling for AI systems to be transparent, accountable, fair, private, and, most importantly, safe and reliable. You can think of these as the pillars of responsible AI. And researchers are taking those ideas and turning them into a concrete plan, like this 3-part framework. First, set clear national standards for how these AI systems should be built. Second, create a certification system so an independent group can verify that an AI meets those standards. And third, conduct regular audits to make sure the system stays fair and accurate over time. So, to wrap it all up, there is no question that AI offers a revolutionary opportunity for the insurance industry. But that incredible power comes with equally serious risks. The only way forward is to strike a careful balance. A balance between encouraging innovation and building strong guardrails that protect all of us as consumers. Which leaves us with the one central question that's going to define the future of this industry. As algorithms play a bigger and bigger role in deciding who gets coverage and how much they pay, the real challenge isn't just about building powerful AI. It's about ensuring human accountability for when it inevitably gets things wrong.